So this is a question from GCSE Higher. The topic is functions. The function of f of f is given by f of x is equals to 2x cubed minus 4. Show that f inverse of 50 is equals to 3. Okay, so the first thing you need to do for part A is find the inverse function of f of x. In order to find the inverse function of f of x, what we start is we let y is equals to 2x cubed minus 4. This is so that it's easy for us to rearrange and make x the subject. Okay, so if I rearrange it, take everything to the other side one at a time. So y plus 4 and then divide by 2. That's equals to x cubed. So in order to get rid of the cube, you would cube root it. Okay, that's equals to x. This is the inverse function of f of x. You can't leave it there. You have to rewrite it as f inverse of x. Your input should always say x here. You will lose a mark otherwise. So cube root of x plus 4 divided by 2. That's the inverse function of x. Now the question said us to substitute 15 here and show that we get a 3 out. Okay, so if you plug 15 here, it's 50 plus 4 divided by 2. So that's going to be square root of 54 divided by 2, which is going to be root 27. So the answer is going to be 3. And that's the shorter part of the question. Part B is asking us, find the value of x for which h of g of x is 3x squared plus x minus 1. So we have two parts to this question. So the first thing you need to do is a composite function of h of g of x. So what we're doing, our input function is g, our output function is h. So you're going to let normally what I do is I'll write the input in the brackets of the output function. Okay, so for x squared, you're replacing your x with whatever the input function is that's going to go in. You're going to substitute it in there. Okay, so x plus 2 whole thing squared. And if you expand the double brackets, you'll end up with x squared plus 4x plus 4. The question said that's equals to 3x squared plus x minus 1, and you need to solve for the values of x. So let's do that. This is equals to 3x squared plus x minus 1. Okay, so if we rearrange it, we would end up with, so take that to the other side. Wherever the x squared is the biggest, you will take everything to that side. Minus 3x minus 5 is equals to 0. So you have two options here. If it's your calculator paper, then you can use a quadratic formula. But it's always nice to see whether it factorizes well. Okay, and in this case, actually it does factorize quite well. So 2x minus 5 and x plus 1, okay, to get minus 5. And then solve both of them. So you're going to end up with x is equals to 5 over 2, or x is equals to minus 1. Those are your two sets of solutions. There's nothing wrong with using the quadratic formula here, but you do need to write down the quadratic formula. If you're doing your GCSE this year, you would be given the quadratic formula in the formula booklet, so do make sure to copy it down and then write the formula, substitute the coefficients. Okay, but these two are the answers. Thank you for watching.